Hello, my One Piece fans, or if you guys aren't One Piece fans and just like seeing some amazing figures, welcome. So if you guys have seen some of these One Piece figures, you guys know that the Portrait of Pirates or the pop figures are one of the most iconic ones for them, especially because they've probably done it for so many years. I think that I've seen figures from like 2008 and stuff like that. So you guys know that it's a very well-known series that's going on, and because there's so many different lines like the Warriors Alliance, the Playback Memories, the Sailing Agains, and just even like the limited editions, and there's just so many that you can have just a long collection of just One Piece figures just for Portrait of Pirates. But for me, I don't have that much space to be able to do that, so I had to kind of decide what I wanted to do. So there's one line that I haven't actually discussed, and that one is the Portrait of Pirate Maximum figures. So they are also, some of them are like the Sailing Again or just like the limited edition, stuff like that, but they have that maximum in the name. So there are only about 19 confirmed ones. So I guess I would say like 18 confirmed and then one that's going to be probably released next year. But it hasn't there's not a release date that I'm aware of, but there's about 18 maximum figures. I actually opened up one already, and that's Doflamingo. They do have 3 Luffys, like the Snake Man, Bounty Man version 1 and 2 Zoros. One of them that is, I believe, is a Sailing Again, and then the one that's actually being released this month that I actually have pre-order, hoping it ships on soon. So Ace, Boa, Whitebeard, Jinbei, Kaido, Shiki. They have, I'm trying to remember all of them. Crocodile. They have Kid, which I don't like the most, but he's there. They have Mihawk. They have Katakuri. There might be a few more that I'm missing, because I said there was like 19. But I named at least most of them. So I'll try to post a picture of the last remaining ones right here that I was able to miss. And then like the new one, I did forget the new one, is Big Mom. So they're able to get her. They also do have, and just remembered, is Yamato. So that one comes out, I believe, in November. So I do have her on pre-order too. So there's just a lot of Portrait of Pirates that, even though they're expensive, there's just a few of them. So I decided to put my resources, put my money into those lines. So this is my journey of hoping to be able to open up all the Maxims, because I've seen people have them and they just look so amazing and really well detailed, especially the Doflamingo that I opened. He looks amazing. He's so big that I try to have just a shelf just for them. So, and it takes up a lot of space, and it's going to probably be a while before I get them, especially because like the Jinbei, actually all of them, all the older ones are pretty expensive, but Jinbei I've seen like $1,200, Whitebeard and Kaido like over $1,000. There's times where I see them a lot cheaper, but it's just, I just can't spend that much money, at least right now, or just in the near future. So it's gonna take time. I might have to pull back on my pre-ordering to get them, but I actually have quite a bit that I'm gonna open, but it's just gonna be a long journey. There's gonna see multiple videos of me trying to find them. So I actually have 3 today that I've had probably for quite some time. I was just waiting on my last one. But then maybe next month I'll have like another 2 more, depending on what I'm able to get. So I do want to show you guys what I'm going to be opening. And the first one is Mihawk. So him and Zoro actually do look great together. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get Zoro pretty quick. He's pretty expensive, but Mihawk was, I think, is like the cheapest one other than Kid. Kid's actually relatively cheaper, but this Mihawk definitely looks the best. I know there's like a few other ones, but this one definitely looks the best. Like I said, this is the maximum one, so he's going to be the first one that I open. The next one is actually have Katakuri, This one looks awesome. This one has a lot of detail to it, especially from what I see on the picture and everything like that. So he looks fantastic. And the last one is one of like the bigger ones. Let me see if I can get this one. Like the boxes, but it's actually Luffy Bouncy Man version 2. So he's a lot bigger, as you guys can see, than the other two. So I will be opening both of these. So this Bouncy Man version goes well with Doflamingo. The Snake Man goes well with this Katakuri. So I'm hoping to get the Snake Man afterwards. So I can put them together and show them facing off to each other. So I am going to open up Mihawk, then Katakuri, and then Luffy. So these are going to be really cool openings because, like I said, they have really amazing detail to each figure. So I am going to open up Mihawk. He actually was the second one that I got. The first one was the Doflamingo, but I got Mihawk, and then the Katakuri and Luffy came afterwards. But this one I've had probably for over a month now, and trust me, it was really hard to not open this one up, but I wanted to do this video with the other two that I knew I was going to get. So I waited and was able to open it, or now I'm opening. So hopefully he is as amazing as he looks, especially for being a really cool figure. So hopefully he's gonna look as awesome as I think he is. One of the reasons why I do like this Mihawk figure is because how big it looks, and because it's a lot bigger, it has a chance for more detail, like the blade, how the color looks, and it just looks really good. And that's something that this is why I want to keep the maximum lines of the only ones that I want to get for One Piece. So it does look amazing, and as you guys can see, Mihawk also does look amazing. Especially because of the details, and especially when there's like bigger figures, they're able to put a lot more details into it. So I do want to put his sword and his base together, and hopefully it's not too hard to put this sword in, because sometimes I am very unlucky. This is Mihawk with his sword. So as you guys can see, look how big this sword looks just compared to just his whole body. It feels like it's just the exact same like length, which is just crazy to me because I know that's how Mihawk is. He has this just amazing sword that everyone fears, and he's basically the best swordsman, waiting until Zoro is able to catch up. But he just looks great. The detail that I really do like is honestly on his arms, which is very surprising. And it has like all these like flower type-esque thing that I never really paid attention to in the show. But it looks awesome. Like I didn't actually think about it. And then just his face right here, it has really cool detail, especially like with his beard. With a guy having a beard as myself, I really do like how they're able to get that with him as well. So just a really amazing figure within itself, because of just everything. I do want to show you guys. Look at these abs. Like, my gosh, they're just very well detailed. And I didn't think that they could be like that, but they really did a fantastic job. And him and Zoro actually have something very unique, and that's what I'm trying to get is the base. It has very similar like details and color and everything like that. So I'm hoping that I'm able to get Zoro and put those two together. So like the bases look really cool. So I know I've seen other people do that, but I want to have it for myself. And then lastly, I do like the flow of his cape and everything like that. I always say cape. I know it's like a jacket or vest, but I always like to say cape for whatever reason. But like, yeah, the flow in it, it is kind of feels like it's a little loose, but I mean, that's pretty much how it feels like it's supposed to be. So this Mihawk figure is going to be my second maximum, and hopefully I can get the other 17, or I can open up my other two, which would mean that I have like 15 left. So yeah, just overall such an amazing figure, and hoping that he will look great with Zoro when I actually am able to get him. Next up is the son of Big Mom and like one of the baddest dudes out there is Katakuri. I really did like him, and when him and Luffy fought was honestly a really cool fight. I really did like how they were able to do that and just basically show Luffy's new new gear. But Katakuri actually was one that, a villain that you kind of root for because he had like his morals and you just wanted him to like to win, surprisingly, going against Luffy. But he has this awesome figure. So this details, from what I can see, looks really good. It has a lot of cool stuff that brings out Katakuri. So this one probably is one that I was super happy to get because he is pretty expensive, but I was able to get him for a little cheaper price. So I'm hoping his figure lives up to the hype, at least for me. So let me open this one up. There's another character that has his weapon just as big as or long as he is. So look how big this is. Like, why? I get that Katakuri probably had it just as big in the show, but like, Jesus, this is such an enormous weapon, spear, and I don't hate it, but it's just really big. So it just caught me by surprise of just how it is. But he does have such amazing details, and this is why I like to buy the maximum ones, because their details to their face, their like their pants, their clothing, their like even the tattoos right here that Katakuri has in his left arm, and then even on the back, do look awesome. But this is why I do like having the maximums, because you just can't beat it. I know they're super expensive, but sometimes I just want to go with quality over the quantity that you can probably get for some cheaper Portrait of Pirates figures. So but overall, I know I've seen on my figure collection some people don't like them, but I do. I think that he has really amazing things to him, and something that they did was that they have his face hidden, just like they did in the show. And then what's pretty cool is you can actually take off his head. So actually, let me take this like his scarf here, and then you can just have his head to show like that, so you can see actually his face. But I am going to keep the scarf on him because I think this one definitely looks a lot better than the one without it. So yeah, a lot of amazing details. I don't know if I like his base that's just smaller, and it just doesn't have anything else on the other one. I have a hit or miss on bases, and most of the time they don't have bases. I like Doflamingo's just has like the rocks, not like how Mihawk has like a solid base for everything else. So I have a love-hate relationship with it. So I might change my mind on this one, but they do have this pull right here that it is to keep it from moving, I'm assuming, but it doesn't really hold anything right now. I guess I just have to move it until it does. So, but yeah, overall his base is okay, not anything too crazy that I like, but yeah. So overall, this one is probably, I'd say Doflamingo's number one. I'd go this number two, Mihawk number three. So I'll probably like rank them after I get my last one, which, like I said, will probably be next year until I would be able to complete it. So, but yeah, overall, this has a lot of amazing shading with the black. The pink actually goes really well with it. I know Big Mom is all about the pink, but even with Katakuri, it does look really cool. So this has such an amazing details to where I'm glad that I was able to get this one and made the decision to go with just maximum. And my last one that I have that I will be opening up is this version 2 Bouncy Man Luffy. And for me, this one looks the better out of the other two that they have the Snake Man in the version 1. And I'll show you guys the difference to them when I actually am able to get them. But this one, I think, even though the base, what I've seen, doesn't look the best, just overall the action shot, the face and the details to where his like scar shows, I think is probably the better one out of all of them. So yeah, overall, this one is gonna probably be my number 2, depending on how he looks. I think he'll be above Katakuri. The Doflamingo will probably be really hard to beat because of just the colors, and I think the action shot for him, like the pose, is like top tier. So for me, it's not going to be pretty easy to overcome for all these other figures, but I'm not quite sure. When I probably get Boa, she'd probably be my favorite one. Ace also has some really cool stuff too, so it's just depending on when I get more stuff. So enough talking, because I really want to open this one. This is actually my first Luffy, especially for him being the main character, I want to open up. So just enough for me talking, and then just being able to open him up. And here is Luffy, just such amazing details to him. And I think the pose of what he is showing, I think I like it the most, especially the other ones. As you guys can see with his Gear 4, just how his arms just get so big and so muscular, and it's pretty cool. I love the effects to it. So when you see like the arms, they're so big. What's pretty cool is even the effects underneath or behind him aren't like solid, so it's pretty like flexible and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. That's how it is with like Doflamingo too. His effects are soft and not hard. So pretty cool stuff. His stomach or his chest area is also something that I wasn't expecting it to be. So like his small little legs just compared to his upper side of his body always makes me laugh, because it's just a big difference. You see it in real life, to where when people are just built big and small feet, it's just kind of funny to me sometimes. But how I was talking about is the base. It is a little different to me. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I would just like to have like the smoke in the bottom and no base, or just this base with the smoke. It's just up in the air for me, but I'm not quite sure how I like it. It's just dependent on how the mood I'm feeling, probably. But yeah, just overall, the details to his scars look amazing up front. It has some pretty cool details to it. It actually is pretty straight onto it. Like, it's pretty accurate to what the show is. So that's pretty cool. And then just the last thing is his hat has a lot more detail to it than what it does in the show. It's pretty simple, I think, but I think I still like this one. I like both, I guess, because they do have different ways of it being awesome. So yeah, just overall, this one's going to look great next to Doflamingo, and I'm so excited to show you guys what I have for it. But yeah, this one just looks so amazing, man. Like, so big, so cool, and I'm so glad that I'm able to get this one, because it's going to go awesome with Doflamingo. Thank you guys for watching my video and the start of my journey in collecting all of the Portrait of Pirate Maximum figures. I actually will have Zoro. I want to open him up by himself, just like how I did Doflamingo, and then I'll probably do the same thing with Yamato, just because they're pretty unique and just such a big figure that I want to open up by itself. But I am starting to open up figures, like how you guys have been seeing with my hauls, just overall all together, because I can't wait to I want to open them all up, and then just being able to find the space and being able to put it all together. So I do have this video, my September haul that should be showing up, and then 3 more collection videos of opening up the rest of my figures, and then that's it. So hopefully, I'm hoping to open up, or to show you guys my collection video, how I have everything set up, probably end of October, early November. It's just depending on how it comes about. So I should be nearing up a year since I started collecting, and you guys will be able to see in 1 full year of what I've been able to get. You guys have been pretty much seeing my videos, but just how I've been putting it together. So hopefully this collection will be soon, just as soon as I open up the rest of these. So thank you guys for watching my One Piece unboxings, And until next time.